there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking love in marriage, Huntsville. You guys know why you are here. Today unless you've been living under a rock, if you've been busy at work, you've been busy with your family, you've been off the grid, you've been off all forms of social media, or even if you haven't, we're going to talk about it here. Martell has doxed his ex-wife, Melody Shari Rogers, and by an extension of that has also put the four beautiful whole children in imminent danger and at risk. Nonetheless, all this of course comes out while the kids are with Martell, right? So while Mel is by herself this week, as the kids are with Martell, she's having to, while she may have security and everything else, she has to worry about her safety. She has to worry about some wackadoos showing up to her house. And if she hasn't already blocked her bank account and other things, or if this is already an old account, since this information was obtained from a court document, then it's already in place, right? It's already in motion. The Neighborhood Talk and a few other of the larger black blogs on Instagram are reposting the videos that was on Tasha K's website. As we know, the context of that video was only Martell showing his portion of the victim act of him gaslighting, but prior to that, we of course know that was when Melody Shari was trying to move out of the home. That was when she had discovered that Martell had stole the $17,000 of Melody's money and, was talking mess, was talking crazy, but then wanted to film Melody Shari's reaction to make it look like she is the aggressor. She is the one who is the problem. She's the one who's quote unquote abusive. But here's the thing. You had all of this information. You had all this tea all these years, and guess what? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Like I said yesterday, if Mel was such a danger to, herself, to the kids, to all these people, if she was an abuser and doing DV, how is it that you guys still have shared custody? Why aren't you, the primary parent with primary custody and everything else? And why isn't Mel having supervised visits and all the things and regulate it to Wednesdays and weekends or something like that? Why isn't that the case if Mel is so dangerous? And please let me know who is dangerous that also has bodyguards and security 24/7. Wouldn't that be in protection of you, in defense of you? Because you are at risk of some violent wackadoo trying to do some stuff? Some demon trying to do some stuff? And this is what I said, you guys. I didn't say this to be malicious or to wish anything bad, on anybody, regardless, but people like Martell, narcissists like Martell, who cannot handle when, a woman decided to be done with him for good. His wife no longer wanted him, no longer wanted his last name, didn't even want anything from him, as if he was nothing, and he can't handle it. So he, like I said, he does the bipolar stuff where he'll send, 12 dozen roses one day, then the next day he's trying to cuss her out. Because remember, initially before this custody battle, they had to communicate via email. He didn't even have access to her phone number to contact her. And now all of that information is out there. All of the winos who have paid the $12.99 are all seeing this, are all screen grabbing it. And I'm just so disgusted, you guys. I truly am. But there's some things that we need to get to, which are some of the responses that are taking place. And I also wanted to get into the newly passed law that took place, I believe, last August of 2023 on what the doxing laws are in Alabama. Yes, we're going to do a little bit of education too. With this happening, we have also heard from Melody Shari's manager. So we are going to quickly get into her statement and what she has said. So those of you who don't know, Melody Shari Rogers has a manager by the name of Dawn, and she had released the following via her Instagram stories. It says, "Thank you for the outpouring of concern and letting me know my client has been doxxed by her ex-husband by exposing her address. Trust me, the attorneys, and yes, that is with an S, are on it. Please send me any other evidence of this horrendous act. How dare he expose and compromise the safety of their children, the mom, and the kids." Shaking my head, you guys. So that was from Melody Shari's manager, and I know some people are confusing Melody Shari's manager with like PR and publicists and all these other things. Here's the thing, you guys. People have to stop and realize that Dawn, Mel's makeup artist, who we talked about earlier, Jay, all of these people who have been close to Mel, who may have also even been around while Mel was married to Martell, they've seen the ups and downs and all these things. And so they're witnessing this real time, but they have a much closer and deeper connection to all of this, as they've been working closely with Melody Shari Rogers for so long. This is hitting a lot different for them, because we're already pissed off. But they're fed up. They're at another level because Martell's a demon. He is an agent of chaos. And I don't say this to be mean, but when people are like this, when narcissists are like this, the only thing that stops them is jail or being 6 feet under. Or if it gets to a point where the kids want nothing to do with him and don't communicate with him at all, that also happens, is when they stop, because you can no longer use the kids as bait. Right? You can no longer try to play the kids, and part of your act in pulling this foolishness. But this is crazy. The next thing I wanted to quickly get into is the new doxing law that had passed in Alabama, and then I wanted to do a full reaction on what's taken place. So it says the following. It says a bill that would outlaw doxing passed on the Senate on Thursday. So keep in mind, this was last year. This was in the end of 2023. It started first in May, but I think it was officially signed or whatever, or implemented, I want to say like around August or so of 2023. Nonetheless, it's active now. So it says a bill that would outlaw doxing passed the Senate on Thursday. HB 287, sponsored by Rep. Shane Stringer, Republican Citronell, makes it illegal for someone to intentionally post personal identifying information online to harass or harm another person. If the person whose information is shared is a law enforcement officer, firefighter, or public servant, then the intent also includes keeping them from doing their official duty. The individuals whose information shared needs to be actually harassed, harmed, or impeded. So this bill creates the crime of doxing. It is defined in two ways, said Senator Roger Smitherman, Democrat out of Birmingham, who spoke for the bill on the floor. So this is the first part. So the bill passed 30-0. A first violation would be a Class A misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail. Further violations are Class C felonies, punishable by up to 10 years in prison. Personal identifying information is defined by the bill as including but not being limited to a home address, photographs, or information of the victim's children, including the schools they attend, and any other information that would enable the victim to be harassed, threatened, or harmed. The amendment replaces language around public officials' contact information of public officials to encourage citizens to lobby officials is allowed. The information allowed to be shared is an official address, email, or phone number used by the public official or his or her public service. So this bill also makes an exception for the political speech. So there is that, you guys. So what is my reaction to all of this? First and foremost, Martell is a demon, you guys. This is Satan type of behavior. This is disgusting. This is disturbing. This is out of bounds. This is out of line on so many levels, you guys. Here's what I think the motivation was, right? I think Martell was pissed that he was getting dragged up and down and everywhere and twice on Sunday about the stupid interview he did with Tasha. And so he was like, you know what? They don't believe me. They don't like what I'm saying. There's nothing positive in the comments, blah, 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 blah. The pick-me's, there's not that many pick-me's out to defend me and blah, 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 blah. Let me put out this document. But here's the thing, and this is where I need to also hold Tasha K accountable as well, because I don't understand as many interviews and as many quote-unquote receipts that people send her about other celebrities and reality stars and all of that. Why she did not blur out or anything, any of this information, any of this personal information. If there was something specific in the document that you're trying to, prove as far as this old custody battle from a couple of years ago, why do we need to see Melody Shari's address and her bank information and her telephone number for? When she didn't even want you to have her telephone number. Why would Tasha K leave that available? And here's the thing. I don't believe any narrative that Martell convinced her not to do it or whatever. I fully believe, since Tasha K, per herself, feels a certain way or thinks for some reason Mel feels a certain way about her, she wanted her own revenge. Right? Because, like I said, it's been so long ago since she had that interview with Melody Shari Rogers, and now she's, interviewing the side chick, and now interviewing Martell, and all of these things, so she doesn't care. But this is a crime, to dox somebody. And then for you on your platform to not even blur anything out or, redact anything out, like, it's completely and utterly amateur hour, you guys. So I don't even understand, why Tasha K likes to continue to play with fire, right? So that's one thing, like I said, and of course Martell being, completely unhinged and jealous that he's not receiving the positive attention that he was expecting from this interview. If Tasha K knew any better, she wouldn't release part 2 tomorrow, but her narcissism is not going to allow that to happen. But now what's going to happen as well is, if there's more doxing that's going to be taking place with these additional receipts and these additional things that are going to be coming out tomorrow, it's game over. And that's why I read the new law that was passed in regards to doxing in Alabama, because we could be talking about multiple charges. So it might not just be like potentially 1 year in jail or 10 years in jail. We could be talking about several different charges. If this this demon is sending multiple times all of these different threats, is doxing Melody Shari Rogers multiple times on multiple dates and all of that. That's grounds for multiple charges to me. And we still have, of course, the Revenge P case that still has to, take place as well. So nonetheless, Martell can be looking at some serious time. If the lawyers are doing what I think they're doing, he could be looking at some serious time. But because here's the thing, there's been too much grace that was given. There's been too much, let's play nice. This is the father of 4 kids and blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing. There's only so much people can take, you guys. And every person has their own limit of what their max is that they're willing to put up with. But now it's time for the gauntlet to, come down and come down hard, because Martell will not stop. And I don't think this time around it's going to just be Martell that's going to be in trouble. I think his side chick is in trouble. I think potentially Tasha K is in trouble. And I think also if, Melody Shari's lawyers are going to be subpoenaing, the OWN Network or Carlos King or anything else to also support Martell Holt's violent behavior towards Melody Shari that was edited out of the show, like we saw with the alleged rumor that he was, acting a fool, where basically we came back from the segment and Carlos King is trying to cry on behalf of the Holtz not being together anymore. Like, seriously, come on, dude. Really? So this isn't the first time, Martell has had any type of violent outburst, but if there's video also to back up this behavior as well, like, it's game over. And here's the thing, I still would be looking at OWN as well. And the production company and everything else for allowing all of this to go on for so long. and enabling a monster. This is what happens when you enable bad people. When you enable a monster, they think that there's no bottom that they can go down to. They don't think that there is a limit that is the lowest of the low that they can attempt to go down to. So now we are here at the point where Martell intentionally wants to put Melody, Shari Rogers, and the kids' safety at risk, and wants just weirdos to show up at the house, whether Mel's there or not, whether the kids are there or not, or whatever, and inflict harm or vandalize the house or just do something stupid to try to stalk Melody Shari, as if Melody Shari does not have enough going on as well, as Melody Shari doesn't have enough stalkers in the cast of Love in Maritonsville, if Melody Shari does not have enough stalkers on social media as well, that claim not to like Melody Shari, but for some reason are tracking all of her moves. And then there's some wackadoo pick-me's on Facebook and Instagram in the comments and Twitter who are alleging this is how far, off the map people are right now, right? Because there's a subset of people who believe this foolishness, who believe Martell's nonsense, number one. And number two, these people think, because there's so much drama with Martell and Mel, this must be for a storyline. Even though Martell said himself he's not even currently filming the show that's currently filming for season 7. And they're trying to allege that this is all a big plot, and that Mel and Martell are secretly still together. They're secretly still involved. Are you kidding me right now? This is how Planet Delusional gets, you guys. This is how far gone things go with people with their conspiracy theories. And how far away from reality they are. And some of these people have blue check marks. And they're so far away from reality. Not everything is a script. Not everything is for pretend. There is no way anybody is going to be pretending with somebody that has this type of an ex-husband that's just going to randomly dox you and the kids and put you and the kid's life in danger. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, because it does not to me. It does not to me at all. Where these people come up with these wild theories and just, they're so embedded in their hate for Mel that they cannot see that Martell is a demon. He is an agent of chaos, and he doesn't stop. Whenever things do not go his way, he tries to find ways to go lower, lower, and lower. But the problem now is this is all going to stop pretty soon. This is all going to stop altogether because him, potentially his side chick, and potentially Tasha K, and potentially whoever else is going to be held to the carpet, is not going to be available for an extended period of time because they have gotten away with too much for too long. And now there is way too much evidence for any type of judge to ignore. So hopefully there's a new judge, and not the same judge that was involved for the custody battle, but there's a whole new judge that's presiding over, these cases and everything else as it pertains to the kids, as well as the other criminal cases that are going to be taking place as we get into this revenge P as well as this doxing. But this is completely and utterly insane, you guys. This is on another level. Like, the obsession and the levels that Martell wants to go to try to destroy Mel is completely and utterly crazy. And the weird thing is that he doesn't see anything wrong. He doesn't see how he is in the wrong at all. And he spent all this time, trying to expose his castmates, trying to do all of this other stuff, and they're sitting up there, like, laughing at him. Because now they're going to have more screen time because of his foolishness. But it's not going to matter. But they're going to have more screen time now because of his foolishness. Because this is completely and utterly insane, you guys. But there's no reason as to why the judge would not come down hard at this point on Martell and anybody and all of the co-conspirators who were involved in this. And who had access to this and all of the other things, you guys. So I am just over it, you guys. I am completely over it. I am disgusted. I know there are probably several of you, whether you know somebody in your family, your friends, or you yourself, that know a narcissist that is on this level of crazy and insane. of Martell to where they just do not stop trying to poke the bear. They do not stop trying to see how low they can go to just really try to get you to lose your mind. And then take it to a level to where now your safety and your kid's safety is at risk. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. And Melody Shari, she's trying to stay above it all as her attorneys are going to work. And currently, if you guys haven't already, on 7th Avenue Beauty, Melody Shari is running a 25% off sale. Guess what the code is? The code is Sugar Mama. If you guys have not, head over to 7th Avenue Beauty to purchase and use that 25% off code Sugar Mama. So definitely, you guys, this backfired in so many ways because Melody Shari now has hit 600,000 followers. She's about to hit 1 million soon. So there's nothing but sky's the limit for Melody Shari. But what sucks is that Martell will not stop. And his side chick is a moron to continue to stick around with somebody who's this obsessed with their ex-wife. And is not even calling you their girlfriend. And is saying you guys are getting to know each other after you've been the side chick for 10 plus years. That now that he's not married, now you're getting to know each other as friends. Make it make sense. You know what that means. He's looking for his next wife elsewhere. He's trying to find his next Melody Shari Rogers. And since Melody Shari Rogers does not want him back, Martell is willing to exhaust any and all options to try to destroy Mel, which is just disgusting and disturbing. And the kids are going to suffer from this and one day resent him and want nothing to do with him. And it's just sad. It's a sad situation all around, most importantly. And where is Marlene? Where is Martell's mom? You know, one of the fathers of the kids is, you know, doing jail time for nearly 30 years. One of your sons is in jail indefinitely once again. They don't even know. Well, I think we know why he's in jail. Martell's playing dumb because how are you texting him on his burner phone and you don't know why he's there? But pretty soon, Marlene, Martell's going to be in jail as well, like for an extended period of time, because he can't let go of his obsession with Mel. And here's where you need to take off the Mel identified nonsense and hold your son accountable. And tell your son this is not the way to handle things. And that he shouldn't have cheated on Melody Shari in the first place, number one. And the moment Melody Shari filed for divorce, he should have immediately tried to co-parent with her and stop trying to gaslight her and stop trying to play all of these games in her face and trying to use the side chick whenever he wanted to make her upset or what have you. And be a freaking man. And be on some business and stand on that business and be an example for your kids. Instead, you spend the last couple of years pretending, you know, that you're doing all of these things, which is all of nothing that we know now. Trying to get Mel back one moment, then the next sending these crazy text messages and threats. And you know, 1 minute you're trying to claim the side chick to try to piss off Mel, and then the next minute when you realize it's not going to be edited out, now she's just a friend. Now she's just a friend, and you guys are just getting to know each other. But where's Marlene? Where is she at? That she has a son that's this unhinged. Where's the Holt family? Where's the side chick's family to step in and say stop it? Why are you attaching yourself to this? You should want better for yourself. You should want a better life than this. To be constantly in the blogs and on the neighborhood talk in the shade room for something disgusting? Why? And now risking your freedom? For what? Just so that you can say that you finally are being claimed to an extent by a married man who still doesn't want to commit to you? Who still doesn't want to live with you full time? Make it make sense, you guys. What is wrong with people? So there's that. There's more that I got to talk about because there's something else that somebody else said as well that I want to do a response and reaction to also, because this video is getting longer than what I anticipated. You guys know this is long for me. So nonetheless, I'm going to cut it short here, but I definitely want to get your reaction. I want you guys to sound off in the comments. What do you guys think What is your opinion of Martell doxing Melody Shari and releasing, this address, this phone number, these alleged fake, information and all of these things, putting Melody Shari and the kids at risk, for people just showing up and trying to start something, trying to do something, or what have you. Mel may even have to leave her residence, for all we know, or may have to stay at a hotel or something, or maybe has to go out of town even because of this craziness. Because who knows what's happening, right? So let me know what you think about that. What do you think of Melody Shari Rogers' manager Dawn's response? That the attorneys are on top of it, and that they're working, they're standing on business, and any additional documentation or videos or receipts that is being posted on Tasha K Live as we speak, to send them her way. And then, of course, the law that was passed last year that pretty much, doxing, if it's, like the first offense or what have you, it's up to a year in prison. But however, if it's considered like a class C and there's multiple, events taking place of doxing, then you're looking up to 10 years. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.